If you guys are hanging out, feel free to drop a sub if you aren't already. Just kind of getting started. We've been working on this piece for a while, but decided to hop on YouTube Live for a little bit. Hey, thank you, Goofiest Goober. I appreciate that. And thank you, Starseed, as well. I appreciate you guys. It's an original wood burning I'm doing. I appreciate you both. Genuinely. If you guys are hanging out, feel free to drop a like, drop a sub if you aren't already. I see we kind of spiked there in viewership, so you guys can see some of the other stuff I do with wood burning as well. Usually we're on the TikToks, but today we're doing YouTube, so let's see if it works. See how well we do today. If you guys are enjoying it, definitely share, follow. Well, I guess it's subscribe here. I always tell people wood burning is kind of just like playing hot potato with drawing. You're drawing, but you can't stay in the same spot for more than like a couple seconds. I mean, this is kind of a business. I do commissions. I have a website, an Etsy, where I sell all this kind of stuff. Is it really a business? No, I'm not like registered yet, but small time artist. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, I do. I usually I'm live on TikTok. I just didn't feel like doing TikTok right now, so I came over to we're over here. I do. Yeah, I do sell all my art. It's most of my stuff goes up on my Etsy. And people on my Patreon. Once I get, I mean, it already is up and going, but once I get it going more, people on my Patreon will get first dibs on the newest work that comes out. But hey, I'm not that popular yet. Yeah, no worries. That's kind of why I'm doing some YouTube stuff. I know everyone doesn't have TikTok. How much money do I make selling in a day? I don't. I mean, I'm lucky to make a sale every couple weeks or so. It really depends, man. I do lives on TikTok. I do lives here occasionally too. It really depends. This isn't my first live here. I got at least like 6 or 7 on the channel. I really appreciate that, guys. I appreciate all the support. I I don't know, the algorithm likes me sometimes, the algorithm doesn't like me some other times, so we're chilling. I hope I'll make it one day. Oh, I really appreciate that. Yeah, no, all my stuff's originals. I don't redo any of my work. I freehand all of them on the piece of wood, and then I wood burn over top. Can I do like an angel eye? I mean, I've done a few things similar to that. Very morbid angels, but not just like angels. I don't really deal with actual ethereal things, quite obviously. I'm more spooky, eldritch, horror, Cthulhu kind of stuff. Hell yeah. I appreciate that, guys. Yeah, no, I mean the little mushroom guys are pretty cheap on my Etsy. They're only like 15 bucks. So, yeah, and these guys are usually a bit more because they take a lot more time. I mean, usually like 20 hours sometimes. It really depends. Um, yeah, a very Cthulhu pyramid creature kind of vibe here. Maybe not in my description, but it should be on my channel page. I didn't set up the description this time. Glasses with some things, like make glasses on the creature. I mean, that'd be kind of an interesting idea. Yeah, no, my Etsy's in my on my channel page as well as my Patreon, my TikTok, all that kind of stuff. Everything's just sitting there. I appreciate the W's, but too many W's will get you timed out. I appreciate you guys. Genuinely, I really we're starting small. Eventually one day maybe I'll make it, but I appreciate all the new faces. Bray too good. There you go. I don't I mean if you guys are here supporting, I don't care. Uh, I mean you could just join in my Patreon if you wanted. Or buy a piece and you get something out of it. I kind of just started making them. I have a very active imagination. I have chronic pain issues and a lot of time on my hands sometimes. So I need an outlet, and my creatures are a good way to kind of have an outlet. Um, yeah, that's kind of the way I think of a lot of things. Sometimes I'll just stare at the piece and it kind of just pops up. Yeah, pyrography. It's kind of what they call it. It's just the writing with fire is essentially what that means, or drawing with fire. Because this thing right here is probably about 800 degrees at least. If I touched this, I would be, I mean, I wouldn't be going to the doctor immediately, but if I touched it for a long amount of time, yeah, I would be in some serious pain. So it's drawing with a risk. I really appreciate that, guys. I each one's unique too. So I mean, if you ever do get one of my pieces, you get the only one that exists. I never redo any of my designs. I mean, I might do T-shirts and other designs too. So like maybe you get a design that turns into a T-shirt eventually. But like generally in the wood burning department, I will only ever wood burn a design once. So If you get a design, you get the only one that was ever made of that one. Yeah, I could see that. Wood burn, like wooden burn, like yeah, just like wood. I appreciate that, Bray. Have a good day. I appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, I mean, some people have told me about like I've had comments telling me to make my stuff into video games, into short stories, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, no, these mushrooms are pretty cheap, so I mean, if you usually not too expensive on the website. This whole thing is filled with bookmarks too. Not all these are on the website right now, but I have. Let's see if I can't do this in a fluid manner. Yeah, I always wanted to do like a short game or short story kind of stuff, but I have all kinds of stuff I do. Sorry, this is kind of awkward. But coasters, bookmarks, all kinds of stuff. Sorry, I'll go back to wood burning because this is not camera friendly. Awkward, I should say. Let's get that pretty again. But yeah, all these are wood burnings I did. I have like over 150 designs that I've made. That one's coffin inspired? Yeah, a little bit. It, it might be a whole coffin. I appreciate all the likes. Doing pretty good on the like department today. If you guys are not liked and not subscribed, definitely drop those. I appreciate it. But yeah, I think I'll probably go in and make the background a little darker to kind of give us some better contrast going on too. Because the darker I can make that, the better I can make like a three-way color going on. No, yeah, I get that. I mean, if you're still young, it's hard to buy stuff for yourself. A lot. They do. I mean, someone asked the question on whether my monsters kind of reflect my emotions. And yeah, it kind of does. A lot of the monsters I see in my sleep. I see stuff like that. Um, but yeah, no, I go by red because I'm a ginger. That's essentially it. Cool. Thanks for the comments, then. Why are they? Because they can. I don't know. Because I half my stuff is tentacles. I enjoy Cthulhu. And octopus or octopi are one of my favorite animals. You're just baiting, man. How long does it take me to do this? I mean, it can be anywhere. It can be at least 10 hours, at most usually 30, something like that. It can be a lot. Yeah, it can be a long time it takes. Yeah, I don't know. We got to think of the lore for this guy. Yeah, these are the creatures that defend the pyramids. Or these are the aliens that have lived in the pyramids for generations. Yeah, because haven't you guys ever heard about that? Like the fact that the pyramids are like right at 3.14155962 whatever. Um, yeah, the pyramids are directly at pi or something like that, and so people think they're like alien made or so because of that reason. And that's the lore behind this. This is the alien that lives in the pyramids. I appreciate the sub, man. If you guys aren't sub, definitely drop one. We're sticking around, almost 20 people hanging around here at a time. That's pretty sick. A lot better than usual on YouTube. I appreciate that, guys. The alien stuff's only in the US. I mean it makes sense. We're a bunch of kooks over here. I appreciate it, guys. If you guys are hanging out, definitely drop a like, drop a follow, or a sub. Do I go live often? Not super often. I go live pretty often on TikTok. Here, I do not super often just because it doesn't usually return much. Right now, we're doing pretty good. I mean, if we start doing this more often, they're gonna be more often here. But generally, it's on TikTok that I go live almost daily. So I mean we're almost at 10K on TikTok, so we're getting there. But we are maybe at 3K here, not even 3K here, so we're trucking along on all fronts. But yeah, if you want to catch lives, usually YouTube, sometimes TikTok. No, the moon. Yeah. How long am I live? It really depends. I am chronically ill. I have a lot of pain issues, so sometimes it can be short-lived depending on how I'm feeling. Sometimes it's just like a 20-30 minute stream because I'm not feeling great, but sometimes if I'm feeling it, I can be on for a little bit. Bro, you want to get blocked? Okay. I honestly don't know I pay a lot of the um shipping fees and stuff like that. I don't think it's going to be too much. I mean, it's going to be if you buy a small piece, you're going to pay almost the price of the small piece to get it shipped there. So that's something to keep in mind. So it might be more cost effective for you to save up for something bigger. But yeah, essentially it could be a little, it could be as about the same price as one of those pieces in shipping costs. Yeah, no, we just got a lot more people here today, Chris. For some reason, TikTok is, or not TikTok, YouTube is deciding that my videos are good today. We've had a solid 15 to 20 people in here at all times. Is it bad to ask if drawing hurts? Not necessarily. I have tremors, so sometimes hard keeping stable is hard. Um, I have. We're not. I'm not answering that question. We're not. I'm not answering that question. Anyways, but yeah, no, I have tremors, and it's hard for me to always stay stabilized. It's kind of hard to. They're essential tremors, so they hurt. They show when I'm exert myself, but it doesn't really hurt. It's just my body hurts throughout the day. The best way to explain it is, have you guys ever been like really sick and had like a fever and had that like itchy, hot pins and needles kind of feeling in your body? Because that's generally how I feel like every day. Every day as the day goes on, it turns up, and gets worse and worse throughout the day. And that's essentially kind of how my disability works. Is it's just a, a a daily clock where it just gets worse and worse and then resets. It's a bit confusing. It helps me. I mean, it helps me make the art in a way. I never really started creating art until I started feeling my pain and problems. Well, I appreciate that, guys. But yeah, no, I honestly I didn't even draw before this. I didn't. I was always an artsy kid. I did sculpture, I did ceramics, I did all that kind of stuff growing up, but I didn't draw. I never was like a gifted kid or anything like that. All of a sudden, I just got chronic illnesses and started doing art. It did inspire me. I mean, it inspires every piece. It's kind of why each piece is so dark and dreary half the time. Is just because I that's how I feel. I mean, not to get all depressing, but yeah, it's just a darkness I am used to feeling. Yeah, sculpture is really cool. Sculpture's beautiful. That's something I love doing sculpture stuff. I don't really do it much anymore. I mean, I wouldn't dox yourself. Yeah, no, it definitely reflects in your art a lot. Yeah, the art is, I mean, it's definitely dark to some people. It's I've seen a lot of people tell me my art's too creepy for them. Um, I mean, I'm ADHD. I'm pretty sure I'm heavily neurodivergent. I'm my brain has always kind of worked a little different than other people's. Um, but yeah, no, I super hyper fixate on pieces. I often hop around pieces, so sometimes I'll be over here and then over here and then over here. So yeah, you'll have to sit with me. I mean, I will answer what I can. I don't want to give away too much about myself. It's kind of why I go by Red. I like some anonymity. Um, no, I was gonna say the shipment. Yeah, the shipment's gonna cost probably about as much as the piece would to get to Europe. So I mean, it would be about 15 US dollars. to ship as well as 15 to buy. So I mean, it just wouldn't be super worth it buying a small piece at that point. But that's up to you. Yeah, we got a lot of darkness here. I'm gonna have to start adding some more in over here to kind of equalize it out. I ship worldwide. The price is going to be amazing. I can't guarantee that, but it's not going to be outrageous. You just may spend an extra 20, 30 bucks on shipping or something. Appreciate all the new faces, everyone that's joining new, anyone that's subbed while we're here, anyone in the future watching from YouTube even. How much are my cheap cheapest pieces? I mean, I have pendants for like 11 US dollars, but I have like these guys are only like $15 on my site. Shipping is going to be about that much too if you're going from the Middle East, if not a little more. So it really depends. I appreciate that, Chris. Tell her I said thank you. It's an original. But yeah, shipping can be expensive. That's kind of why I just encourage you to save your dollars and buy a bigger piece. Get something that you know, is going to sit in your house for years to come. You can sit comfortably knowing that you are the only one that owns that piece or anything that looks just like it. Oh yeah, you should see. I mean, some on my videos and stuff, you can see my back wall covered in stuff. But yeah, no, I have them all over. I have so much wall space taken up. Yeah, we got the pyramids going on. I honestly don't know too much about the pyramids. Consider wood tattooing a bench red? What do you mean wood tattooing it red? The tree and the octopus? Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, the tree's getting kind of old. It might get go on sale eventually too. So if you're interested, yeah, I can maybe get that on sale sooner or later. I got a lot of different stuff. This guy's not even on the website yet. There's certain ones that I haven't posted because I want to show them off for a while before I kind of sell them. I really want to get rid of some of my old stock before I load up all my new stock. So like patrons, if you're really interested. No, I got you. You're good. But patrons will get first dibs on stuff that's not on Etsy. So if there's anything that you see on my Instagram or anywhere else that isn't on Etsy, you can become a patron and you get first dibs on stuff. So that's just a benefit I'm trying to give patrons. And I mean I could use the little extra here and there. This is purely a hobby, guys. Does not return very much. Not yet, at least. I can color them. Generally, I would burn enough of them that it doesn't really seem like you need much coloring. I really appreciate that. I appreciate YouTube showing you my videos too. But yeah, if you, this is your first time dropping by the live, I appreciate all the new faces, and if you subbed, then I extra appreciate that. I mean, let's see how many times I can say appreciate. Yeah, here we go. I can be a little awkward sometimes. That's the neurodivergence showing. I mean, I've done art a lot of my life. Have I really been making drawing and stuff very long? No. I've been doing wood burning about 3 to 4 years. 3 years on YouTube, almost 4 years entirely. So yeah, or not on YouTube, on TikTok is where I started. We're still on TikTok pretty often if that's your normal place to hang out. I have an Insta, yeah. It should be linked in my channel page. If not, it's just Red's Pyro. Yeah, no, seriously, ADHD gang. Yeah, no, my Instagram usually has almost all my work, so like a comprehensive list, and I usually try to write on each one if it's been sold. So if you go to my Instagram, you can kind of see if a piece has been sold if you don't see it up anywhere, but I can also just tell you. I mean, let's give you guys a kind of a close up so you kind of can see what I'm doing here. It's super hard to see, but I'm kind of just creating little circles, and the slower I go, the more dark it's going to show up. And you basically just want to make so many circles that you can't see the circles anymore. And you just go in line with how you want the shading to go. Find your light source, so on and so forth. What inspired this piece? I just like I wanted the pyramids. I don't know. I thought I I think in forms of shapes. I was like I wanted to do another tentacle creature, another Cthulhu thing. And then I was like, I'm feeling pyramids right now, or something like that. And then I was like, why don't I just do the pyramids? I've never done that yet. But yeah, I appreciate you, someone named Soul, that you subbed. Have a good day. I appreciate you. Actually, someone just kind of handed me a little shitty wood burner. I was given like a little soldering iron, and someone was just like, try it, see what happens. And sooner or later, it just really stuck, and I just really got, well, quite honestly, part of me just realized I was good at it. There was a part of me that was like, wow, hey, I made something that was kind of a banger right away, and I was like, I think I should keep doing this. I haven't really tried fractals too much. Most of my stuff is just general, like, weird, trippy monsters I do. A lot of it's more horror oriented. Not all of it is. Here's another horror oriented kind of one. This one's actually a big favorite of mine. But we do all kinds of stuff. Little freaky bat. Do wood carvings? Hell yeah. Wood burning is a little hard. It can definitely have a large learning curve. One of the biggest tips I can give you is just treat it like hot potato. Like don't stay in the same spot for too long, or it's gonna basically burn through and bleed in a way. So you just want to kind of treat it like hot potato. I do sell all these. I have an Etsy, should be linked in my channel page. If anyone's curious. The newest stuff is reserved for patrons in the future. I mean, they're still gonna go up on the Etsy, but like if someone's a patron and someone sees something they like, they will get first dibs. That's something I'm trying to work with, but I'm no one has to become a patron or anything like that. Everything will make its way to my website if it doesn't sell beforehand. It's like the $5 a month thing. Nobody has to do it. It's just a lot of it is artist support. I don't really make much money off this right now, so just setting up a Patreon is kind of a good way to make a little bit of money off being an artist. No, I that's kind of why I have so many pieces that I don't have listed yet is because I get attached to them and I'm just like I don't really want you guys to have them yet. And that's why I'm like I'll let the patrons have it first. If they want to extra support me and make sure I am taken care of, then I will make sure that they are taken care of. But yeah. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you, Moody and Joe, for the compliments. Yeah, no, we're wood burning. You can kind of see the texture in there. The whole thing is scorched, and we'll do all out here. We're just kind of working our way out. Yeah, no, I get that. It's good to make something off your work, though. Especially artwork is always worth something. Does the type of wood affect the process? Absolutely. You basically only want to do light woods. You can do other woods, but it's going to take 4 times as long. I have a wooden cutting board that I got that was thrifted. It took like 4 times as long to burn. I actually have a little wooden bowl that I did here, and it's kind of scrappy just because it oop bonk. Sorry guys. See if I can stable you. But it just took so long to burn this because it's hardwood, and the types of wood totally change how it's gonna come out and the shading and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, art is getting incredibly harder to sell these days. How am I with drawing hands? I don't. That's why I do tentacles. I I can do like monster hands and like claws and stuff like that too good or pretty good. But I can't do like human hands, human anatomy very well. I'm not really an artist based in realism. Um, I buy my wood. If I could source it myself with a miter saw, I would. I just don't have the shop space right now. Thank you, Dead Inside. I appreciate you. I've actually seen quite a few of your comments recently on my page, and I appreciate your support. I extra appreciate all the returning faces and stuff like that. It means a lot. I mean, possibly. We'll see. It's we're doing pretty good on YouTube today. A lot better than we usually do. We were sitting at like a solid 20 people here for almost like half an hour. So if it starts giving back a little more, I will be live more often on YouTube. The mushroom one by the tree. Yeah, this guy. Yeah, he's cool. I have a lot of little mushroom ones. I can show you guys my favorite mushroom one. He's so good that he's not for sale. I like him so much. He's just nope. I'm not selling him. He's a little oyster mushroom. I mean, yeah, I totally, Chris. You can do that. I appreciate that, guys. I do all kinds of stuff. I mean, all kinds of wood burning. I'm trying to do a little bit more 3D stuff. I did a whole coffin collection, little mini coffins. They sold so fast, like so fast. I sold out like 6 or 7 of them really quickly. So I may do more coffins soon if that's more your jam. I've just really been vibing with these big pieces. I've been able to be a lot more myself with the art process. The one by the tree looks smug with 2 back eyes. Yeah. A lot of them have some sass to it, yeah. A lot of them have some sass. Like I can't even show you. I have a whole box full of these small ones. So they're all like we got a little cactus here. A little mushroom, a little snake eye mushroom guy or spider eye mushroom guy. I I mean they're really yeah, wood can be expensive, but you can source it pretty cheap sometimes. I mean, there's a lot of places online you can get it for not super expensive, and wood burning, like the actual apparatus, is not very expensive either. Um, no, he ain't. And how long does it usually take to make one? For the small ones, they can usually only be like an hour or two, if that. But these big ones are usually like 20 hours at least. Um, I've spent 30, 40 hours on a piece before. I had a Dremel for a while. Um, I don't have one now, so that's kind of my issue. This pyramid will be for sale. I kind of want to show him off for a while. So it may be like a month or two till he makes it to Etsy. And like I was telling other people, patrons will have first pick. So if before I put something on Etsy, I'll probably start talking to patrons and be like, this is about to go up on the website. Anyone want to get it before it goes up on the website? But I mean, we're really not that big yet. I just, want to give some incentives. I mean, this guy is going to be a little bit more expensive just because he's taking a bit of time, and I'm trying to, you know, feel out my prices a little more. I mean, send me some furniture. That's going to be expensive as hell, but yeah, I could. I mean, I can do custom pieces and commissions. Either way, have a good day, Chris. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I sometimes I feel like I sell my art too cheap just because I want people to buy it. Bro, you say something else, I'm blocking you. I mean, I don't know if you're gonna be able to send that. I warned you, bud. Yeah, no, people are always gonna be sticklers about the prices. I mean, Charge what you think is right for the amount of work you put into it, and honestly, screw what everyone else says. I mean, yeah, you need to make sales, but it's also your artwork. I mean, we'll see. Commission pieces and stuff ain't gonna be cheap. It's something we can talk about. I have an Instagram if anyone wants to DM. Instagram's usually the best place to get a hold of me. Or patrons will get first and easiest contact with me. But that's just that. I don't know. Yeah, no, exactly. It's your art. Do what you think is right. If you spent 30 hours on it, make sure you're getting maybe not 30 hours work because that is a lot of money, but if it's worth that much, you should charge that much. We do live in a time where people don't have money, but I mean, don't sell yourself short. But the fact that people don't have money is definitely a problem. Kind of give you guys another close up. Go a little slower and you can actually see what I'm doing. This is why these pieces take so long. Do I have a technique? Kinda, yeah. Like I was telling, I've said before, it's kind of like playing hot potato. Um, Basically, the longer you put down the bit, the darker it is. Like if I just put that there, it's gonna put a dot immediately. But if I do it there for half a second, it's a lighter dot. So you basically, the amount of time I spend on the piece of wood is going to affect the darkness of the dot. So you constantly just, if I do this, I'm basically slowly darkening it but just ever so slightly. And the more times I go over it, the more it darkens it. And you kind of slowly see it showing up. But yeah, that dot, don't worry, we'll hide it. This is actually all sand, so it's going to be dotted in a way, anyways. But yeah. Oh, I really appreciate that. You're very sweet. I try to be a good person as well as an artist. Safe space for all. Asterisk. There's definitely some that. Never mind. We're not going there. Anyway, we're probably going to wrap it up here shortly. It's kind of slowing down, dying down a bit. Hey, I appreciate that. Yeah, no, I Lovecraft is, I mean, he's not really an inspiration because I really haven't read much Lovecraft, but I love, like, Cthulhu art has always been one of my favorites. Do I have a favorite animal? Well, I'm a big reptile guy. I love my snakes and crocodiles and stuff like that. I'm definitely a big reptile guy. I also like birds. Random favorite animal is a beaver, though. I also just really like beavers for some reason. Have a good night. All support. Um, a little bit of both. I a lot of times I might have a little bit of a shape at least in my head where I'm like I kind of want to go for this shape or this kind of body or this kind of mouth. Like sometimes I think about the teeth first, sometimes I think about the limbs first. But a lot of times I just let the shape of the wood kind of speak for itself. Like this is very oval, and the oval ones fit very well with scenery pieces. So I went off of like, okay, I want to do a scenery piece, but like I want to do some like overreaching tentacles. What could I do with overreaching tentacles? And then this is kind of just what I came up with. So as soon as I came up with the pyramids, though, I was just like, oh, write that down, because I knew that was gonna be a banger. He's probably not my favorite piece I've ever made, but he's up there. No worries. Yeah, I appreciate that. My Instagram's a bit smaller, so it's easier for me to catch things there. So I appreciate all the new faces. Probably getting ready to wrap it up here. Every time I say that, the viewer count jumps. YouTube is like, no, we don't want you to go yet. Hey, thank you. I honestly don't even know how to say it. Has lost its sanity. I'm not sure how to say your name. I apologize. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I might extend it a little longer. I cannot talk right now. I'm really thankful for you, Dead Inside, and thank you for the kind compliments. I've made many pieces so far, and we will make many more. I am not stopping anytime soon. I have found something I find a lot of joy in. So I will be here whether the viewers are here or not. We can keep going for a little longer. I do. I actually that's how I started on doing videos. I just started time lapsing my stuff. And a lot of my old videos are just time lapses. My TikTok was started with time lapses, but we're just in the time day and age where time lapses don't do very well anymore. Like I've had time lapses up for like 3 4 years, 2 3 years, 2 years probably, and they've only gotten like 12 views in the 2 years it's been here. I appreciate that. We'll see how much longer I go. I don't do well later in the day, so I start feeling worse as the day goes on. But yeah, a lot of it's just going over the same areas over and over again to kind of get the right darkness you want. Oh, I appreciate that. I'm aware of myself right now. Don't worry about it. I'm not putting myself in a hole. I appreciate that though. It's a good reminder. Nah, it's just chronic pain issues. I'll be in pain whether I am laying down or whether I'm sitting here talking to you guys. So it's it don't really matter. It's gonna be there one way or another. At least I can have fun while it's there. Hey, thank you, Geek Couple Gaming, for that subscribe. I appreciate you. You guys sub, definitely you can drop it and I'll give you a little shout out for that. I appreciate that. Sadly, it is not something that is really going to get better. It's just going to be coping, living with my life. I really appreciate that because that's generally how it is. It's more just wishing the for better for more good days because there will always be bad ones. All we can wish for is a lot more good days. Yeah, no, I don't. Nobody said anything wrong. I appreciate everyone's kind words. But yeah, no, I agree. It kind of feels better when people are just like, "I hope you have good days." Just like, yeah, that's what I hope. Yeah, I actually have autoimmune disorders, so essentially it's probably going to get worse as I get older, but we'll see. You don't need necessarily an outside space, you just need a well ventilated one. You can get smoke masks. You can do stuff that is like I actually have a bird in the next room, and birds are very smoke sensitive. And I'm always very responsible, making sure he doesn't get any of the smoke in his room. So you can definitely contain it to one room if you're really worried about the smoke and stuff like that. It really isn't as bad as you think. Yeah, no, I get that. Chronic pain and mental disorders too. They aren't made for something like this? What do you mean? It does not fade over time, no. Well, so it can if you leave it in the sunlight, it can get damaged, but it doesn't necessarily fade at all. It stays burnt, and it actually gets. I have a cockatiel to answer your question, but garage is usually a good set for this, a good place for this. But it does not fade. I put a sealant over top of it, so it gets it locked in with acrylic, polyacrylic spray. Yeah, no, the wood's not alive anymore. If the wood was still alive, it might react, but no. What is the hardest one I've done? I don't know. I mean, he wasn't hard. He just has a lot of little detailed line work. He's a big favorite of mine. He's actually not for sale right now, just because I love him so much and I want to hold on to him for a little bit longer. But yeah, he is. I mean, he's actually a big one that kind of personifies my pain a little bit. And I just it's how I feel sometimes, and so that's one of the reasons I also don't really want to get rid of him. I appreciate that. His name is the Beast of Bindings. Definitely not my hardest one, but one of them. Do I have the very first piece I started? Yeah, I do. If you want me to go get it, I can go get it. So it's not great. It's is it fantastic? No, but it's actually one of my only pieces I did in positive rather than negative, because as you can see the image is in black and then the background's in white, and then here our background's in black and our image is in white. So it's opposite, and this was kind of before I got my niche in there and I was like kind of understood what was going on. But yeah, this is my very first try. Is I mean everyone starts somewhere, so if you say you're not very good at something, I wasn't very good at it either at one point. Thank you. I appreciate that. He's not for sale just because he's a sentimental piece. Thank you. He was done with a soldering iron, so he was done with a different kind of wood burning tip. Don't really got much to say right now. Might wrap it up. I keep saying that, but watch the viewers spike again. Nah, I need a break. Either way, I think it's probably a good stopping point right now anyway. It's been over an hour anyways. Thank you, Big Beaver Studios. Yeah, we're working on the detail. We'll add some more texturing into the sand more. I probably am gonna go back in and blast the background to be even darker. Um, yeah, no, it does. It takes an extreme amount of patience to do this. Way more than I thought I had. But yeah, I we may do it on stream. I mean, if you guys really want to see it, I'll do it on stream. But I'm thinking about blasting the background to be darker, so there's a better contrast here. Yeah, you like that guy in there. But yeah, he will. I think if we can do a better contrast, it'll pop a lot more, and then we'll get a nice three-way color going on. And thank you. Yeah, I think it's gonna look sick when it's finished. I will probably be on live early morning on TikTok, and then I may try to do another late day live here tomorrow, maybe around this time. We'll see. If you guys want to catch me, check around now tomorrow. If not, if you're subbed, you should get notified. Yeah, and I appreciate everyone who's hung out. If you want to catch that, make sure you're subbed. Check out my Etsy. Check out my Patreon. Um, and yeah, love you guys. Genuinely, I appreciate all of you so much, and I would not be here without you. No, we're wrapping it up. Have a good day.